Hello guys, welcome back to Cup of Teach. Let us discuss representing quadratic function using table of values and graph. How to determine if the table of values is quadratic function? Let's have here an example of table. Values of x are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Values of y or f of x are 0, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, and 36. Let us find first the difference of y values. Mag-start tayo sa right side. 36 minus 25, 11. 25 minus 16, that is 9. 16 minus 9, that is 7. 9 minus 4, that is 5. 4 minus 1, 3. 1 minus 0, that is 1. So, mapapansin nyo, sa first difference niya, hindi magkakapareho. Try natin yung pangalawang difference ng y values. Let's have here 11 minus 9. That is 2. 9 minus 7, 2. 7 minus 5, 2. 5 minus 3, 2. 3 minus 1, 2. So, mapapansin nyo, sa pangalawang difference niya, ay magkakapareho na. Ito yung hinahanap natin. So, kapag sa pangalawang difference magkakapareho, it means that the table is quadratic function. Let's have here another example of table. Values of x are negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2. Values of y, negative 4, negative 1, 2, 5, and 8. So, kunin natin ang difference ng y values. Start sa right side. 8 minus 5, 3. 5 minus 2, 3. 2 minus negative 1, 3. Negative 1 minus negative 4, that is positive 3. So, mapapansin nyo, sa unang difference pa lang, magkakapareho na. Kapag sa unang difference ay magkakapareho na, it means that is not quadratic function. This is linear function. Let us differentiate quadratic function from linear function. The standard form of quadratic function is f of x is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, or y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. Kasi f of x is also y. And the graph of quadratic function is parabola or curve, like this. Sa linear function naman, the standard form is f of x is equal to mx plus b, or y is equal to mx plus b. And the graph is a straight line, like this. So, mapapansin nyo, kapag quadratic function, ang highest exponent ng x is 2, naka-second degree. Pero, sa linear function, ang highest exponent ni x is 1. So, naka-first degree. And then, yung graph ng quadratic function, curve. While linear function is straight line. Remember, the graph of quadratic function is a parabola. So, paano natin malalaman kung ano ang opening ng parabola? Kung upward ba o downward? So, palagi natin i-consider ang value ng a. If a is greater than 0, then the parabola opens upward, like this. And if a is less than 0, then the parabola opens downward, like this. How to complete the table of values and how to sketch the graph of the following quadratic functions. Let's have here example. Y is equal to x squared. Table, values of x are negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2. Nawawala yung values ng y. So, paano natin makukuha ang values ng y? Let us use the values of x. The first one is negative 2. So, x is equal to negative 2. And then, gamitin natin ang original equation, and that is y is equal to x squared. Then, by substitution, y is equal to negative 2 squared. Negative 2 because your x here is negative 2. So, negative 2 squared, that is negative 2 times negative 2, and your y is positive 4. And then, lagay natin sa table. Next is, your x is equal to negative 1. So, kapag ang x natin ay negative 1, ano daw ang magiging value ng y? Let us use again the original equation. Y is equal to x squared. By substitution, y is equal to negative 1 squared, and negative 1 squared, that is negative 1 times negative 1, therefore, that is positive 1. So, y is equal to positive 1. Lagay natin sa table. What if your x is equal to 0? Let us use again the original equation. Y is equal to x squared. By substitution, y is equal to 0 squared. And 0 squared, that is 0 times 0, therefore, your y is equal to 0. Then, lagay na natin sa table. What if your x is equal to 1? Let us use again the original equation. Y is equal to x squared. And then, next is substitute. Y is equal to 1 squared. And 1 squared, that is 1 times 1, that is positive 1. Therefore, your y is positive 1. And then, lagay na natin sa table. And then the last one, x is equal to 2. Original equation, y is equal to x squared. Y is equal to 2 squared. 2 squared, that is 2 times 2. Therefore, your y is equal to 4. And then, lagay natin sa table. So, mapapansin nyo, yung table natin, kumpleto na. Therefore, pwede na natin siyang i-graph. Pero, palaging tandaan, balik kayo sa original equation, y is equal to x squared. We're going to determine the value of a. Bakit natin kinakailangan kuhanin ang value ng a? Kasi yung value ng a ang magsasabi kung ano ang opening ng graph, kung upward or downward. So sa given na y is equal to x squared, ano ang value ng a? 1. So, ang 1 natin is greater than 0. So, sabi, if a is greater than 0, then the parabola opens upward. So, let's graph. Let's have here, the first coordinate is negative 2 and positive 4. So, negative 2, x-axis, tingin kay x-axis, and then, negative 2 going kay positive 4. So, this is now the point. Next is negative 1 and positive 1. So, from negative 1 going kay positive 1. So, nandito siya. Okay? Next, 0 and your y is 0. So, therefore, nandito siya. Next, let's have your 1 and value of y is 1. So, nandito siya. X mo is 1, ang y mo is 1, so nandito siya. Okay. The last one is 2. Your x is 2 and y is 4. So, hanapin muna si 2 sa x-axis and then going kay 4. And then, after that, connect the dots. So, this is now the graph of y is equal to x squared. So, mapapansin mo, ang graph natin or the parabola opens upward. Kasi, ang value ng a is greater than 0. Number 2, y is equal to negative x squared. Table, and the values of x are negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2. And then, we're going to determine the values of y. Let us use first negative 2 as the value of x. So, if x is negative 2, what will be the value of y? Let us use the original equation, y is equal to negative x squared. Palagi natin gagamitin ang original equation sa substitution. Then, let us substitute now. Ibig sabihin, papalitan natin yung x ng negative 2. So, magiging y is equal to negative, you just copy negative, then si x, it will become negative 2, and then copy squared. Then, simplify, y is equal to negative 4. Paano naging negative 4? Negative 2 squared is negative 2 times negative 2. Dalawang beses ang negative 2, kaya ang sagot ay positive 4. Pero meron ka pang negative sa labas. Kaya negative 4 ang sagot. Lagay sa table. What if your x is equal to negative 1? Original equation, then substitution. So, you just copy negative, yung x will become negative 1, and then squared. Simplify, y is equal to negative 1. Paano naging negative 1? Negative 1 squared is negative 1 times negative 1, positive 1. Pero may negative ka pa sa labas, kaya ang sagot ay negative 1. Lagay sa table. What if your x is equal to 0? Original equation, and then substitution. So, eto na yung x natin, that is 0. And then, simplify. Y is equal to 0. Paano naging 0? 0 squared is 0 times 0. Pero, meron pa tayong negative dito sa labas. Kahit i-multiply mo yan sa loob, hindi maapektuhan ang 0. Kasi ang 0 is neutral. Hindi siya po pwedeng maging negative at hindi din siya po pwedeng maging positive. So, wala siyang sign. Lagay natin sa table, 0. What if your x is equal to 1? Original, equation, substitution. So, eto na yung 1 natin. Simplify, y is equal to negative 1. Paano naging negative 1? 1 squared is 1 times 1. So, the answer is 1. Pero meron ka pang negative sa labas, kaya ang final mo ay negative 1. Lagay sa table. The last one is positive 2. What if your x is positive 2? Original equation, substitution. So, eto na siya. Y is equal to negative. You just copy negative. Yung x ay papalitan na ng 2, then squared. Simplify, y is equal to negative 4. Papaano ulit naging negative 4? 2 squared is 2 times 2. That is positive 4. Pero, may negative pa tayo sa labas. Kaya ang sagot ay negative 4. Lagay sa table. So, kompleto na yung table natin. Gagawin natin, i-graph. Pero bago tayo mag-graph, let us consider yung original equation, y is equal to negative x squared. So, kukuhanin natin ang value ng a para malaman natin kung ano ang opening ng graph. Upward ba o downward? So, sa y is equal to negative x squared, what is the value of a? Negative 1. Kasi negative x squared. So, yung negative 1 is less than 0. If a is less than 0, then the parabola opens downward. So, graph natin. The first one is, the first coordinate is negative 2, negative 4. So, x-axis mo, negative 2. Going kay negative 4. So, nandito siya. Next, negative 1, negative 1. X-axis is negative 1, y-axis is negative 1. So, nandito siya. Next, 0, 0. This one. So, nandito siya sa gitna. Hindi ka pupunta sa left side at hindi ka din pupunta sa right side. Lalong hindi ka pupunta sa taas at sa baba. So, mag-stay ka dito kasi nandito ang 0 sa gitna. This one. 1, negative 1. Hanapin muna si 1. Papunta kay negative 1. So, nandito siya. Next, 2 and negative 4. 2, hanap muna si 2 going kay negative 4. So, nandito siya. So, mapapansin nyo, kung ano yung dots dito sa left side, ganun din sa right side. Let us connect this one. So, the graph of y is equal to negative x squared is open downward. Number 3, y is equal to 2x squared minus 2. Table, and the values of x are negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2. So, hahanapin natin ang value ng y. What if your x is negative 2? What will be the value of y? So, kunin natin ang original equation. Palagi natin kukuhanin ang original equation kasi dun tayo magsa-substitute. And then, let's go to substitution. So, you just copy 2. X natin, gagawin na natin negative 2. Kasi ang sabi niya dito, x is equal to negative 2. Just copy square, just copy minus 2. So, lahat sila kinopya natin except kay x. And then, let us simplify. Y is equal to 2 times 4 minus 2. Saan natin nakuha yung 4? Dito, kay negative 2 squared. Kasi, this is negative 2 times negative 2. Dalawang beses. Kaya siya positive 4. Then, let us multiply this. Y is equal to 8 minus 2. Subtract. Y is equal to 6. Lagay na natin sa table. What if your x is equal to negative 1? Original equation again, and then substitution. Ang x natin ay negative 1 na siya, kaya negative 1 tayo dito. The rest, kopyahin lang. Then, simplify. So, we will have now y is equal to 2 times 1 minus 2. Saan natin nakuha yung 1? Dito, kay negative 1 squared. Negative 1 squared is negative 1 times negative 1, kaya siya positive 1. Then, multiply natin itong dalawa. So, magiging y is equal to 2 minus 2. Then, subtract, y is equal to 0. Lagay natin sa table. What if your x is equal to 0? Original equation, and then substitution. So, eto na si 0. And then, after that, simplify. So, y is equal to 2 times 0 minus 2. Kasi, 0 squared is 0 times 0, kaya 0 pa rin siya dito. Then, multiply natin itong dalawa. Y is equal to 0 minus 2. Then, kapag minus natin to, ang magiging sagot dyan ay negative 2. Lagay natin sa table. Then, what if your x is equal to 1? Original equation again, then substitution. Papalitan natin si x ng positive 1. So, eto na siya. And then, simplify. Y is equal to 2 times 1 minus 2. Saan nakuha si 1? Dito, kay 1 squared. Kasi 1 squared is 1 times 1, kaya siya 1. Then, multiply na natin itong dalawa. So, y is equal to 2 minus 2. Kaya ang sagot ay 0. So, lagay natin sa table. And then, yung last, x is equal to positive 2. So, kapag ang x mo ay positive 2, what will be the value of y? Copy ulit natin ang original equation, and then substitution. So, eto na si positive 2. Palagi lang tandaan, kokopyahin lang ang equation, ang papalitan lang si x. And then, y is equal to 2 times 4 minus 1. Saan nakuha si 4? Dito kay 2 squared. Kasi 2 times 2 ay positive 4. Kaya ito siya. Then, multiply na natin yung dalawa. Y is equal to 8 minus 2. Then, subtract. Y is equal to 6. Lagay natin sa table. So, mapapansin natin, kumpleto na ang table natin. Pwede na tayo mag-graph. Pero bago yan, determine muna natin kung ano ang opening ng graph. Let us use the original equation. Y is equal to 2x squared minus 2. This is the original equation. So, ang gagawin natin, hahanapin natin ang value ng A. Kasi, ang A ang magsasabi kung ano ang opening ng graph mo. So, what is the value of A here? Positive 2. So, ang positive 2 ay greater kay 0. So, if A is greater than 0, then the parabola opens upward. So, ganito siya. Graph natin. X is negative 2, Y is positive 2. So, hanapin muna natin si negative 2 going kay positive 6. So, dito siya. Okay? Negative 1, 0. Hanapin muna natin si negative 1. So, this is your negative 1 going kay 0. Pero hindi tayo pupunta sa right side. Palaging tandaan, pag y-axis upward, downward lang tayo. So, punta sa taas, punta sa baba. Hindi tayo magle-left at hindi tayo magra-right. So, dito lang siya. 1. And then, 0, negative 2. So, eto si 0, papunta kay negative 2. 1. Then, 1, 0. Hanapin natin si 1. Is 1. So, hindi ka pupunta dito ha. Eto lang siya. And then, 2. Positive 6. So, hanapin si 2, papunta kay positive 6. So, nandito siya. So, eto na ngayon yung dots. So, mapapansin nyo kung ano yung dots sa kabilang side, ganun din sa kabilang side. That is parabola. Then, connect the dots. This is now the graph of y is equal to 2x squared minus 2.
Thank you for watching. That's it for this video. If you learned something here, don't forget to like and subscribe to Cup of Teach. See you on the next lesson. Bye!